to everyone, and I want to start off by thanking you all for coming here today. We're soon about to begin our program, and we will start with the best part of the program, which is lunch. But before that, I would like to ask Shaon Bhai, Managing Partner and Country Head of Great Dhaka, to come and say a few words in your regard. Shaon Bhai, can we please have you here?
Hi, hello everybody. Assalamualaikum সবাইকে নতুন ভাই বসে আছে আমাদের উপর টিম সবাই আছে এখানে গ্রেট টিম আছে সবাই আছে এসিআই আছে Thanks for coming to our new effort initiative that we're going to take great data science আমি খুব ভালো বলতে পারবো এটার সম্বন্ধে because আমি নিজে খুব ভালো বুঝি না এগুলো আসলে so it's for me as well it will be a learning experience so there's some intelligent people roaming around here Suresh and Mithun, Bashar, all of that. So they will talk more about what we're going to do, what are the plans. But আমার যেটা ভালো লেগেছে সেটা হচ্ছে কি যে বাঙালির যে কোর ইনসাইট যে আমরা সবার হাড়ির খবর চাই ওটার একটা টেকনোলজিক্যাল পথ বেরিয়েছে সো আই এম হ্যাপি অ্যাবাউট দ্যাট যে সবার হাড়ির খবর পাওয়া যাবে তো সবার হাড়ির খবর পাওয়া খুব জরুরিও হয়ে গেছে ফেসবুক খুলে তাই বুঝতে পারি সবাই সব কিছু হাড়ির খবর জানতে চায় বলতেও চায় সো ওইটারই একটু সুযোগ আমরা নিব আমরা ইন্টারেস্টিং একটা প্রপার্টি টুলের মধ্যে দিয়ে করতে চাই আমরা যেটা সায়েন্স নিয়ে কথা বলতে চাই ইনফরমেশন হাউ ইউ ক্যান হ্যাভ মোর কন্ট্রোল ওভার ইউর ব্র্যান্ড অ্যান্ড ইউর ব্র্যান্ড রেপুটেশন কথা বলতে চাই বাট বিফোর দ্যাট আই থিঙ্ক you deserve a lunch before we start doing that. So have lunch first, let's have lunch and then inshallah we'll start the program soon. Thank you so much.
I see a lot of common faces here, so for those who know me, I'm Masha, and for those who don't, I'm still Masha. But I've been working in Grey Advertising Dhaka for 2 years now, and it's a great pleasure for me to be able to be here and host all of you today at the launch of Grey Data Science. This is actually a very unique initiative that allows brands to understand what's really important for the market, for their audience, their behavior. This is actually going to be hand in hand with the trends and everything because it's very important for us to know what people want rather than just do what we think they want. So today, to shed more light on this matter, I would like to call upon stage Gousul, Alom, Shaon to say a few words, and then we'll carry on this program forward and hear from the client side, from the brand perspective, and definitely from the agency side. Shaon Bhai, can I please have you on stage?
Thank you so much for being here. I hope you liked your lunch. আমি টেনশনে খুব বেশি এটা খেতে পারি না কি বলবো কি হবে বুঝতে পারছি না এখনো অ্যাজ আই সেড আর্লিয়ার as well আমি খুব ভালো বুঝি না এটা বোঝার জন্য অনেক লোক আছে এখানে টিম আছে they will talk about it but what I really understand what I really like about it is how it really can do things better that we have been doing so আমরা যখন কালচারাল ইনসাইটের কথা বলছিলাম ক্রিয়েটিভিটির কথা বলছিলাম we actually were doing a lot of stuff more on the more intuitively we're doing it. But now there's a support system behind us which can tell us what's really happening. So আমি যেটা বলছিলাম বাংলায় যে আসলে ডেটা সায়েন্স গ্রেট ডেটা সায়েন্সের মূল কাজটা হচ্ছে গিয়ে হাড়ির খবর দেওয়া যে ভেতরে কি হচ্ছে ভিতরে কি হচ্ছে তো বাঙালির যে গসিপ মাইন্ডসেটটা ছিল আর কি জানতে হবে সব কিছু কে কি করছে ওটা এখন আরো সায়েন্টিফিক্যালি করা সম্ভব we can now know a lot about how things were happening so basically we can now measure and analyze impact of brand activity and communication অনেক সময় এটা হয় আমরা বুঝতে পারছি না যে আসলে আমি যে ক্যাম্পেইনটা করেছি how impactful that is actually that has been so আমরা এর মধ্যে যা যা ক্যাম্পেইন করি তার এটা কিন্তু একটা বড় টেনশন এরিয়া থাকে so now today with the kind of proliferation of Facebook and social media otherwise we really want to know কিরকম রিঅ্যাকশন হচ্ছে লোক কিভাবে রিঅ্যাক্ট করছে in the era of social media and interactivity and engagement social listening or data analytics can really do that so well, so targeted towards it. Secondly, you can actually know a lot about specific things. আমাদের ইন্টারেস্টিং একটা কেস দেখছিলাম জানি না সোশ্যাল সাথে শেয়ার করবে কিনা দুবাইতে আমরা দেখেছি যে রমজানের সময় কি করে আসলে ফুড হ্যাবিটের জায়গা থেকে লোকে কি ধরনের খাবারে স্লোলি শিফট করতে থাকে and how that habit changes can if I know it beforehand how it can actually help me to really target my audience towards those restaurants or otherwise same way খুব ইন্টারেস্টিংলি data science can actually predict things earlier, let you things know before than others, so you can handle your crisis better. আমরা দেখেছি আজকে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া জামানায় কি করে ছোট্ট একটা ভিডিও ভাইরাল হয়ে যায়, and then you are so much panicked you don't know how to handle it. But if you have this, you know it before anyone else know about it, so you can handle it better. So আমার কাছে মনে হয় it's an amazing tool that is here for us, এবং পৃথিবীময় এটা নিয়ে অনেক কথা হচ্ছে, you all know that, but now it's in Bangladesh. Now we can really have it in your disposal and we can use it for our purpose. Our creativity জন্য it's very important. Now we actually can measure it better, we can actually mine insight better. So আমার ধারণা it'll be a great thing for us as well as you, and the rest of the team will tell you how we are doing it. They will share some case studies with you. I hope it will be helpful for you. I'm working day এরকম একটা অদ্ভুত সময় দেখে আমার ধারণা will be worthwhile finally. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much from Great Dhaka.
Thank you so much, Shaon Bhai. I'm sure we now want to know the business applications of using such data, and how can data be used to strengthen and advance the businesses of Bangladesh. To shed light on this business aspect, may I please have Chairman and CEO of Grey Asia Pacific, Middle East and Africa, Mr. Nirvik Singh, on stage, please.
Hi, thank you all for being here. I'm actually quite delighted to be here to launch our data and science offering in this market. I think Grey has been at the forefront of a lot of things in the advertising industry in Bangladesh, and therefore today, following those footsteps, we are launching again a new service. I guess the world today is far more connected than ever before, and it's really the power of the internet that has connected the consumers and voices from across the world. The internet is used now to buy products, to sell products, to create revolutions, to create social change, to create all kinds of things. And Bangladesh is no different. In fact, I had read a really interesting statistic. Bangladesh is the fastest growing internet market in the world as a percentage, and that is an amazing stat. There are over 154 mobile connections, and there are close to 30 million people who are active social media users. Now I want you to think about the fact that we all know these facts and we rattle off these facts. But what is the significance of that number of 30 million social media users? So in the old days, traditional advertising would be on television. You created an ad, you put it on air, and people watched it or didn't watch it, and life went on. But today, the power is in the consumer's hand. And if you think about the fact that you have 30 million social media users, and I want you to think about that for a little second, and think about the fact that it actually means that you have 30 million media outlets. Every single person who has a social media connection with a smartphone is really a media connection. It's a media. Much like you describe a newspaper or television, those 30 million people are all medias. And like media, they can create perception, they can destroy perception. I'm sure some of you are aware of what happened with United Airlines. A video post of a consumer being taken off the plane forcibly on United Airlines about 2 years ago, if I remember correctly. Their market cap dropped $1 billion, $1 billion on the basis of one social media post. So think about it. One person took a video, behaved as a journalist on their smartphone, sent it out to the world, and said, here's how United treats their customers. And their market cap dropped by $1 billion. The same thing with Pepsi. They created an ad, which was meant to be for Black Lives Matter. It didn't work out well, and they got panned. They got panned across the world. And again, their market cap dropped significantly. And there are enough examples of all these things taking place. And those are the negatives. But if you look at Nike recently and what they did with Kaepernick, the sports person, right? Now they took a conscious call to say, fine, we will get a backlash in the US. But you know what? A lot of people here don't realize it. Only 28% of Nike sales are in the US. So it was a conscious call to say, we'll lose some sales in the US, but we'll get more sales overseas. And again, that's how they used the media. So today, when we launch Grey Data and Science, it's really the art of data it's the art of the science, it's how the two get married together, and what they can do for your brand. And I think at the end of the day today, this medium is as important. In a lot of developed markets, it's even more important than newspapers. You know, we've had instances where NGOs have said bad things about some of our clients. And unfortunately, all of that creates a huge perception and creates often a financial crisis for an organization. So clearly, you know, we acquired a company called Autumn some months ago. And Autumn are the pioneers. They've been doing this for 13 years. They work on 26 of Pepsi's brands, where not only do they work with Pepsi in terms of consumer insight and products, but again, what sort of products are people looking for? What flavors should Kurkure have? What flavors should Lay's have? So it is really putting the consumer at the heart of the journey of the business. And we are delighted to be launching this in Bangladesh. I've seen that in the country right now, that there is no such service. So I would urge all of you who are clients here, who are marketers, to think about this very carefully, because today one social media post can actually destroy 10 years of hard work in terms of building equity. And what great data science will allow you to do is stay ahead of that. Will stay ahead of that. It allows you to react 24/7. It's not just for crisis communication, it's also for insight mining, it's also presenting your side of the story. So I'm really excited with the launch of great data science. And I'm going to call my colleague Mithun to come on stage, and Mithun's going to run you 3 or 4 different usage and case studies which will bring to life what this data science is. Thank you for being here, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you. Sorry, just before Mithun comes, can I ask the chairman of GRAY, Mr. Manzoor Ilahi, to please come and cut the cake. It's a cake cutting to launch our service, but it's also our partner's birthday. And Naseem, happy birthday.
Hello everyone, very good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving your time. Thank you, Shaon, for setting the context of what the data and the data science mean to GRAY and the clients of GRAY, prospects of GRAY. Thank you, Nirvik, for setting the context on how important the data is. What is the value of one social media post that can go all over the place and take the reputation of a brand to its hands. My name is Mithun. I'm also inviting Bashar to join me for this presentation. Let me start. Is it ready? Quickly, we thought we will do a quick introduction to all of you. So, we started in India, while most of our clients are based out of Gurgaon and Mumbai. We started our journey in Bangalore. So that is where Autumn was born, and that is where we have started our journey. Slowly expanding and spreading our wings into Singapore. We are in China. We have set up the command center. We are powering the command center in China for Procter & Gamble, all of the brands. Now we are here in Bangladesh and very excited to be among you and share our story. So 13 years we have been doing this all our lives. Then we have 200 plus specialists working on more than 100 brands concurrently. That means all of us are looking at least one brand at a time every day and making sure that we are taking care of the brand safety and providing insights at the same time. Yes, we are thrilled, we are excited, we are part of GRAY, we've been acquired recently, and we work seamlessly because we've been working for the last 8 months to putting together. This show is an effort of the last 6 months of work together.
Just to give you a little context about the last 8 months, see what we found out that, okay, the system, Bangla is a, difficult language to understand for the system because it's a double byte language. So we have akars, rishikar, rushukar. So a system একটা part, অনেক important part ছিল আসলে ঠিক আছে সিস্টেমটাকে ট্রেন করা, সিস্টেমটাকে ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ বোঝানো, so that the সিস্টেমটা can feed all the information that we are looking for. ওইখান থেকে আমাদের, so এই 8 months ধরে কিন্তু we've been working on data science. We've been researching on আপনাদের এখানে অনেকেই প্রেজেন্ট আছে আসলে যাদের অনেকগুলো রিপোর্ট আমাদের কাছে অলরেডি তৈরি আছে, বিকজ উই ওয়ান্টেড টু নো যে আসলে ইন প্র্যাকটিসে আমরা যখন যাব তখন কি আমরা জাস্ট ডেটা সায়েন্স অ্যান্ড হোয়াট ইট ক্যান ডু এটা বলবো, নাকি আমরা আসলে ফুল স্টোরি নিয়ে যাবো যে ঠিক আছে দিস ইজ হোয়াট ইউর ব্র্যান্ড ইজ অ্যান্ড দিস ইজ হোয়াট হ্যাজ বিন হ্যাপেনিং সিন্স দ্য লাস্ট 6 months উইথ ইউর ব্র্যান্ডস। সো তখন দেখা গেছে আমাদের কাছে আসলে ওরকম ইনফরমেশনগুলো এসে পড়ছে সিস্টেমে যে ইনফরমেশন ইজ রেডি টু শেয়ার উইথ ইউ, বাট বিং দ্য ব্র্যান্ড রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ ইউ স্টিল ডোন্ট নো বিকজ ইউ ডোন্ট হ্যাভ দ্য সিস্টেম ইন প্লেস। সো ওই ইনফরমেশনগুলো অফকোর্স আমরা শেয়ার করবো। কিছু কেস স্টাডিজ আজকে আছে যে কেস স্টাডিজে আমরা ইন ডিটেলে যাবো। অফকোর্স বাংলাদেশি কেস স্টাডিগুলো শেয়ার করা হবে না বিকজ আপনারা আছেন, ওটা আমরা ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি হয়তো শেয়ার করবো, বাট বাকিগুলা ইউ ক্যান আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড অ্যান্ড আই উইল জাম্প ইন whenever there is anything needed to add.
Thank you, Bashar. I understood very little of the Bangla, but I still continue to understand. Sorry. So here are the brands that we have been working with: marquee, global, category leaders, Fortune 500, startups also. So we work with different kind of companies, different kind of brands in different sectors. So the experience has been very rich for all along. So we have been thrown at a lot of challenges, different kind of challenges, and for every challenge that we were thrown at, we grew a little more. So we are here because of our clients. We are very thankful for them. We are who we are because of them.